WCBI News at 6 starts now.
We begin with news out of Starkville. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Victoria Bailey. Starkville makes history today with the first ever Gay Pride Parade. Supporters and a few vocal protesters lined the streets.
Many people in the Starkville community welcomed those who marched in the first Gay Pride Parade.
We're here, we're queer, we're going to keep going and keep on trekking forward.
The festivities kicked off Friday night with a welcome party and live music. But Kevin Pulver says he isn't here for the party. He's got a message to send.
We're here to tell people that if they'll turn to the Lord Jesus Christ in repentance and faith, not only will He forgive them, but He'll give them new heart and new desires. They don't have to be perverts. They don't have to be slaves to sin.
Adam Pittman is attending and participating in the Pride Weekend festivities. He says it was a necessity he come out and see Starkville make history.
I actually just came out to my family yesterday because of the parade and everything that's going on.
In February, the Starkville Board of Aldermen voted 4-3 against the parade, then later reversed the decision. Pittman says he's so thankful that he lives in a city that allows him to openly express himself.
It's really empowering because especially, in Mississippi, we don't have a huge gay rights. You get really proud and excited because Mississippi hasn't really had a good track record with gay rights, and we're going towards that. We're moving towards that in the future, and it's very exciting.
Refuge 461 Ministries' Lisa Selby was also there in protest of the parade, but she says they wanted to take a little bit of a different approach than others.
We're just offering free water and chips and hoping that as people walk into our pathway that we can just share Christ with them and let them know that yes, He does love them. He loved them so much that He went to the cross for them and for their sin.
The weekend continues with O'Hare's Pride Show, hosted by Scott Nevins from Bravo's hit TV show, The People's Couch. It begins tonight at 8 p.m. at Rick's Cafe. Well, the Tupelo Elementary School will get a new playground thanks to the PTO, Lowe's, and many volunteers. Representatives from the Tupelo Lowe's Home Improvement Store were at Thomas Street Elementary to announce a $35,000 grant for a huge kindergarten playground. Now, the playground will replace an existing one. There will be other projects funded by the grant and money that will be raised by the PTO.
Main thing is the new kindergarten playground, but we're also going to be able to create a handicap accessible playground, which we currently don't have. Very important for the children at school to meet those needs that we have had.
We know our future lies in our children and the educational system, and it's a huge part of what goes on in Lee County and the Tupelo area.
So what do you think about the new playground you're going to get?
I think it's going to be fun.
You looking forward to playing on it?
Mm-hmm.
Volunteers from the community are needed for a work day April 21st when construction actually starts on the kindergarten playground. It's time now for a first look at weather with meteorologist Amanda Reynolds. Amanda?
Yes, Victoria, pretty nice afternoon, though it is a little bit cloudy. You can see those clouds have built in through the afternoon. Right now, 74 degrees here in Columbus, strong southwesterly winds, so that will keep us a little bit warmer as we go through the overnight hours, but the warm air not going to last for long. Will be a little bit cooler tomorrow. As we go forward through the rest of this evening, though, we'll be down into the 60s and then eventually down into the 50s overnight. More on your forecast in just a few minutes.
Thanks a lot, Amanda. Well, area residents pushing for tighter restrictions on guns held a march and rally in downtown Tupelo this morning. Our Chad Groening has the story.
They marched from Fair Park, carrying various banners. The Tupelo event was one of many across the country, affiliated with March for Our Lives, which came about in the wake of last month's shooting in Parkland, Florida.
Our message is that we say with the students, never again, enough is enough, no more of our school children killed in school with assault rifles.
Meadows says they are standing with students in Florida who are calling for specific changes.
They're calling for a gun background checks, for assault rifles to be rethought, high capacity magazines to have some regulation there, age limits. You know, let's get started somewhere.
Mississippi is arguably a very pro-Second Amendment state, and Governor Phil Bryant is aware of this weekend's rally and of this reaction to the call for more gun control.
On Wednesday, the Coral Springs Police Department released 911 calls it received from inside the school.
You still hear gunshots? It sounds like it's coming from upstairs.
And Bryant says creating more laws won't help.
Former President Obama tweeted his support for the March for Our Lives demonstration. He wrote, "Michelle and I are so inspired by all of the young people who made today's march possible. Keep at it. You're leading us forward, and nothing can stand in the way of millions of voices calling for change." Thousands of protesters gathered on the nation's capital in a massive March for Our Lives demonstration today. The event was organized by survivors of the school shooting that left 17 people dead in Parkland, Florida last month. Well, meteorologists from all over the South gather at Mississippi State for a weekend symposium. More on that after the break.
You're watching WCBI News at 6 with Victoria Bailey.
Welcome back. Well, professional meteorologists and weather enthusiasts have taken over Mississippi State's campus for the Southeast Severe Storm Symposium. Riley Livingston joins us in the studio to tell us more. Riley?
The symposium is a two-day conference meant to connect students with meteorologists already in the field. They have one goal in mind: to learn more about the weather enterprise. The 16th annual Southeast Severe Storm Symposium brings around 100 meteorologists from all over the Southeast to MSU. They come to share their knowledge and connect with students. President of the East Mississippi chapter of the NWA and AMS, Alex Herbst, says it is a great way for students to stay up to date in the weather world.
The symposium is a great opportunity for students, faculty, professionals to all come together and be able to learn more about the weather enterprise and what is going on right now in the world of weather. It's put on every year by the local chapter here at Mississippi State, and we really try to have a wide variety of people come and talk about what's going on right now with the world of weather.
Some of the speakers are employees from the National Weather Service and meteorologists from the Weather Channel. Students even get a chance to speak. Kristana Kay is one of these student speakers. She says making connections is a great opportunity.
Well, with Symposium, we get renowned names from all across the country coming to Mississippi State University, and being able to have that one-on-one interaction with them is something that you could rarely have even at a national conference. And because we are a smaller conference, we're able to have that one-on-one interaction.
The symposium will cover more than just severe weather. Former WCBI weather meteorologist Isaac Williams came to the event to talk about his path in the business.
Basically, I'm going to be talking about my journey in television. I've been doing this for almost 5 years now, and basically from the latter part of grad school to where I am now, just kind of the journey that I took.
Herbst says the biggest benefit of the conference is its small size. It allows for a one-on-one connection. Reporting from Starkville, I am Riley Livingston, WCBI News. The symposium will wrap up tomorrow. Victoria?
Thanks a lot, Riley. Well, volunteers in Starkville came together to put on MSU's 7th annual big event. Now, the big event is a day full of giving back for both MSU students and community volunteers. The volunteers visit multiple locations, including the Salvation Army and Christian World Missions. They did a variety of jobs, including sorting, painting, hanging clothes, and organizing. Mississippi State student Taylor Bogage has participated in the big event for the past 3 years, and she says this is a service day that brings the community together.
It gives us a way to see a different light of Starkville, because you see these small businesses that you come and help, and it's like, I mean, I didn't even realize this was here, you know? So I think that was just a great way for Mississippi State students to get involved, not only because to get service hours, but I feel like some people don't even think of it that way. Yeah, I feel like the big event, in my words, is that we just all come together as a big community.
The event is put together by the Mississippi State Student Association and the Maroon Volunteer Center. Well, though Easter is still a few days away, Clay County got a head start on the fun. It was the annual community Easter egg hunt. The Clay County Sheriff's Department and West Point Police Department, along with community counseling services, worked together to host this year's event. Now, area kids had the opportunity to play games with volunteers, get faces painted, and meet the Easter Bunny and his helper. Law enforcement says this is a great opportunity to continue bridging the gap between them and the community.
Today we're just basically interacting with the community and the children in the community, giving back and letting them know that all policemen are not bad and we do positive things.
It's very, very important for us to interact with the community and especially our children. We want our children to realize that, hey, we're part of the community too, that we're here to help serve and protect y'all, and don't be scared of us.
Walmart, Sunflower, and Fred's donated the games and eggs for today's event.
Well, we do have a few showers lingering out there this evening. They'll remain relatively light, but not very widespread as we go forward through the overnight hours. We'll keep them in the forecast for the next few days, but more heavy rain is in the forecast by the middle of the week. More details coming up in just a few minutes.
Your first alert forecast with meteorologist Amanda Reynolds.
Well, we're mostly cloudy out there as you head out on this Saturday evening, but we do have a few raindrops out there. You can see them out on the pavement down in downtown Tupelo. But again, most of us seeing those clouds out there pretty significantly, but most of us hanging out in the upper 60s and low 70s. Now, as I mentioned, we do have a few of those showers. They'll continue to push eastward over the next few hours, but really not expecting too much in the way of these showers. They're relatively light, and some of them may not even be reaching the ground. We're not seeing too much moisture here in the air. Now, as we go forward over the next few hours, we'll drop down into the upper 60s and then eventually down into the low 60s and upper 50s overnight. But again, we can't rule out a chance for one of those brief showers. So officially, we're going with 58 overnight tonight. Fairly mild as well, and again, we can't rule out that stray shower, but we will keep those southwesterly winds around 10 miles per hour, but we will see a front that will push through overnight and into tomorrow morning, and that will change our wind direction and have us be a little bit cooler tomorrow. So again, tonight we'll see cooler to the north, warmer to the south is going to be a common trend that we see. Now, as we go forward through the day tomorrow, we'll start out around 60 degrees, only make it into the low 70s. Again, we'll continue to see mostly cloudy skies, could see a shower or two, but by no means a washout, very similar to today. Again, that chance for a shower, but otherwise mostly cloudy. But the biggest thing going to be those northwesterly winds, so that will bring a little bit cooler air into our region, as well as the chance for some early showers. But by the time we get to Wednesday and Thursday, we'll actually see the chance for some pretty significant rainfall that could actually lead to some localized flooding across the region. So again, here's what Futurecast is picking up on right now. That's those brief little showers. It's a little bit of a coarse model, but notice that front pushes to our south. We stay fairly dry for the next few days, but can't rule out one shower or two. But notice off to the west, there's that next cold front that will push through Wednesday and Thursday, and that will bring a good dose of rain to much of the southeast. Notice as we put our rain potential into motion, you'll see up to 2 to 3 inches of rain across parts of the southeast by the time we get to Wednesday night and Thursday. So again, that could lead to some localized flash flooding. But again, in the 7-day forecast, a little bit cooler tomorrow will be in the low 70s. Even cooler for Monday will be in the 60s. But then as we get to Tuesday and Wednesday, we'll again have the chance for more showers, and especially Wednesday and Thursday, significant chances for rain as well as some flooding rain.
Thanks a lot, Amanda. Well, we check in on Mississippi State and Kansas City as they await tip-off of the Elite Eight next in sports.
Well, we'll keep the chance for some brief showers through around Tuesday, but then we'll see some heavier rain move in Wednesday as well as Thursday. Temperatures are going to be up and down a little bit cooler tomorrow, a little bit cooler Monday, but then a little bit of a warm up too.
Sounds good. Thank you so much, Amanda, and thank you guys for joining us. We'll see you next time.